Councilman Condor?
Thank you. I'm requesting that we agendize and discuss at our next full meeting on October 22nd the reorganization of the Budget Engagement Commission. As we all know, the Budget Engagement Commission was originally created to provide oversight and accountability for how the tens of millions of dollars collected from Measure Z are spent. However, most of the members of this commission do not seem to be taking their job seriously. Attendance at the Budget Engagement Committee is pathetic by its members. Here is the list by the clerk's office of their attendance. Not a single commissioner has attended every single meeting this year. There are currently still 2 vacancies on the commission, and the April meeting had to be canceled because there was not enough commissioners even show up to the meeting. Among the worst offenders is a friend of mine, a man whom I deeply respect and who is greatly respected up and down the state of California. He's missed 87% of these meetings. In fairness, he's one of the busiest, most sought-after individuals I've ever met, but his absences have deprived the commission of his wealth of knowledge on how to best utilize the tax dollars. Again, here is the chart that anybody in the city can have access to. We have Ronaldo, Fierro, and Gabriela Plascencia, who have skipped half of the commission meetings. Among others, Rose Mays and David St. Pierre have missed half of the scheduled meetings. Ladies and gentlemen, this commission is not a coffee klatch. The BEC is a serious commission dealing with critical issues, and the appointees should start treating it that way. These failures to show are unacceptable. The taxpayers who approved Measure Z were told there would be true oversight and accountability. Clearly, that is not happening. We cannot allow this to continue. We all know what happened with the Riverside Unified School District and Measure O due to the lack of oversight there. We do not want to bring this lack of accountability into our City Hall. Therefore, I believe we as a council need to discuss this in open session, discuss replacing these members who are chronically absent, or reorganizing the commission, or dissolving the Budget Engagement Commission entirely and charging this council to provide the direct oversight and accountability the people of Riverside deserve for Measure Z. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm first going to apologize because I know everyone's tired and this has been quite a long meeting, but unfortunately there is an issue I have to address. This commission and several of its members came under attack at the most recent City Council meeting on October 1st. During the portion of the City Council meeting reserved for discussion of future items on the Council's agenda, Councilmember Chuck Condor requested for the Council to, quote, agendize and discuss at our next full meeting the reorganization of the Budget Engagement Commission, end quote. He later said he believed that the Council should discuss replacing the chronically absent members or dissolve the commission entirely. Councilmember Condor specifically raised concerns about the attendance of myself and Gabriela Plascencia, mentioning us both by name, and Rose Mays and David St. Pierre. He asserted that Gabriela and myself had skipped 50% of our commission meetings. This statement is not only false, but entirely misleading. Since the inception of the Budget Engagement Commission, as a lot of you up here know, I have missed a total of 5 out of the 27 meetings, amounting to an 81% attendance record. It is worth pointing out that many of Councilmember Condor's appointees to multiple boards and commissions have similar and sometimes worse attendance records than the members of the Budget Engagement Commission. Now, unfortunately, I believe this to have been a blatant and transparent political attack on myself and Gabriela Plascencia, who are both city council candidates currently, and who are currently running against 2 candidates who are publicly endorsed and financially supported by Councilmember Condor. Now, I believe the city boards and commissions play a vital role in local governance, and I agree the attendance is an issue that we must begin to address. After reviewing the attendance records for every city board and commission for the last 2 years, it's clear that a majority of these boards and commissions do have attendance issues. This is understandable since these are entirely volunteer positions and many appointees have active roles in the community in addition to vigorous day jobs. But it is an issue that I do believe must be addressed. So I would like to see us agendize this topic for our next meeting so that we can discuss our own internal way of holding our commissioners accountable so that we can make quorum and so that we can do the city's business. And so that we can free ourselves from any possible future scrutiny or attacks that I frankly feel are unprecedented by a city council member for any volunteer board or commission. Thank you.
I just want to quickly echo, I think a lot of us sacrifice our time, our personal life. You know, many of us have kids or grandkids, and so being an original commissioner to this commission, it's sad when you feel you can't, you're trying your best to contribute to the community and trying to engage our community to give back and you know, come and serve Riverside and you know, have that conversation about how they can add to the betterment of their city. And to be attacked publicly, you know, as a political play is shameful. And so I am very much committed to serving this community, as I always have been. And frankly, I'm just hungry today, but usually when we had these kinds of long meetings in the beginning, we were fed a little bit more. But my point is that we all sacrifice, and I thank Cindy for thanking us for our service here, because it is service. We've been on this commission for several years, since its inception, and we have sacrificed our families to serve the greater good. So thank you all for all that you do for this commission, and I am committed, when elected, to never shame our volunteers. It's ridiculous, and it needs to stop.
Need I say more?